Bible adventure, big Bible, hey. Big Bible adventure, big Bible.
Where are we going? I feel amazing!
There he is.
Reliable.
Big Bible adventure, big Bible, hey. Big Bible adventure, big Bible.
Where are we going? I feel amazing!
Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Big Bible Adventure. It's so good to see you. It is really good to see you. Maybe you can remember, but we are on a submarine heading back home, being guided and directed by Yaraway.
Yeah, but there's something strange going on.
There really is, because we don't seem to be going straight home the quick way. We seem to be going all over the place.
And this other thing, isn't it, Glenn?
Oh yeah, the pirates have decided they're going to come and sink us, and we're really worried, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. But can you remember what Yaraway told us?
I can you remember?
Yeah, it is Yaraway will save the day. Yaraway will save the day.
Exactly, and we need to keep saying that to remind us when we're scared and worried. Yaraway will save the day. It's great. What's that noise? Can you hear that?
Yeah, it's coming from outdoors.
Let's go and have a look. We're going to go and have a look. What?
I've always wanted to follow Yaraway. I'm one of you. Please help me. Help!
Oh, it's Sam the Friendly Pirate.
It's Sam. Did you hear that? It's Sam the Friendly Pirate, and he's coming and he wants to join us.
That's really strange. Why would he want to join us if the pirates are going to come and attack us?
He seemed to be saying something. He wants to join Yaraway. That's really strange. Well, we're going to get him in. We're going to call Doc Martin to find out what's going on. You guys do the memory verse song, and we'll work out what's going on. Oh.
I can't remember the words to this song.
Romans 10:9.
If you declare with your mouth Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, if you declare with your mouth
Just say it.
Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead.
Romans 10, Romans 10, Romans 10:9.
If you declare with your mouth Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, if you declare with your mouth Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. You will be saved. You will be saved. Whoa, whoa. You will be saved. You will be saved. You will be saved. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Believe, declare with your mouth. Let me hear you say it.
If you declare with your mouth Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, if you declare with your mouth Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. You will be saved. You will be saved. Whoa, whoa. You will be saved. You will be saved. You will be saved. Whoa, whoa. You will be saved. You will be saved. You will be saved. Whoa, whoa. You will be saved. You will be saved. You will be saved. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I can't remember the words to this song.
Hey boys and girls, it's so good to see you again this week. I'm so glad that you come each week to visit me in my lab. I hope you've had a good week. Mine's been so busy. You know what's been going through my head the whole time? Yahweh will save the day. Yahweh will save the day. Yahweh will save the day. And I've been wondering how it's going to happen. But guess what? I'm so excited. In my super communication device, we've got two things that have come through. Do you want to see them? Do ya? Do ya? Right, okay. Well, one of them fell off. The first one is a picture from Zoe with her cookies. Have a look at these. Don't those look just scrumptious? I really, really hope that next time Zoe makes some, she sends some to me. That would be amazing. And then we've got a question that's come through too. So I get a hold of that one. This question comes from Daniel, age 5. And he wants to know how Glenn and Steve are going to get rescued from the pirates. What a good question, Daniel. Because today, that's what we're going to find out. How they get rescued. Do you know what? Yahweh, well, because he is going to save the day. He's the one that's going to make it possible. You know what he did? He sent me some more blueprints. He sent me some more blueprints for another machine. Now, do you guys remember the Pirate Catcher 2000? Well, he sent me plans for the Pirate Catcher 3001. And you know what? It's even better, because not only is it going to catch the pirates, it's going to destroy them. And I was thinking, ooh, what's it going to be like? Is it going to be something that really thumps the pirates? Or is it going to be something where Yahweh just really annihilates them? But I was really surprised when I started to build it, because it looks like he's just going to use some breath to do it. Oh, wait, my phone's ringing. Should I get that? Oh, hang on. Can you guess who it is? Were you right? Did you say Glenn and Steve? Hi, Glenn and Steve. How you doing today? Really? Really? You're still wondering how you're going to get rescued, but you've got Sam the friendly pirate with you? Because he's really always been on your side and part of Yahweh's people? Oh, that's awesome. Oh, wait, back to the rescue. Yeah, so you want to know how we're going to get rescued and what Yahweh has done. Well, did you see that I have got the new Pirate Catcher 3001 that's going to destroy things? Should we give it a go? Should we give it a go? Yeah, all right, hang on. Ready? Okay, can you see anything on your end? Oh, no. Oh, you want me to hook up the video to see what's happening? Right. Okay. Let me do that. Okay, we have to use this one again. We have to get this on. We've got to connect ourselves up. Yeah. Oh, having troubles again. All right, ready? Here we go. Let's see what we can see. Glenn, Steve, did you see that? The boat was sinking. How amazing. Should we see some more? All right. Oh, that pirate just got blown away. I'm so excited. It works. Yeah, it works. I'm so excited. I want to sing. Oh, wait. That reminds me of our story in Exodus, where we hear about God's people singing after their rescue. Let's go and hear the Bible reading and the talk from Ed on this. See you guys next week.
Boys and girls, it's now time for our Bible reading. So please do grab a Bible if you have one and follow along. It will be really helpful for you. Today we come to Exodus chapter 15. The words will appear on the screen here. How about you follow along? Then Moses and the Israelites sang this song to the Lord. I will sing to the Lord, for he is highly exalted. Both horse and driver he has hurled into the sea. The Lord is my strength and my defence. He has become my salvation. He is my God, and I will praise him. My Father's God, and I will exalt him. The Lord is a warrior. The Lord is his name. Pharaoh's chariots and his army he has hurled into the sea. The best of Pharaoh's officers are drowned in the Red Sea. The deep waters have covered them. They sank to the depths like a stone. Your right hand, Lord, was majestic in power. Your right hand, Lord, shattered the enemy. In the greatness of your majesty, you threw down those who opposed you. You unleashed your burning anger. It consumed them like stubble. By the blast of your nostrils, the waters piled up. The surging waters stood up like a wall. The deep waters congealed in the heart of the sea. The enemy boasted, I will pursue, I will overtake them, I will divide the spoils, I will gorge myself on them, I will draw my sword, and my hand will destroy them. But you blew your breath, and the sea covered them. They sank like lead in the mighty waters. Who among the gods is like you, Lord? Who is like you? Majestic in holiness, awesome in glory, working wonders. You stretch out your right hand, and the earth swallows your enemies. In your unfailing love, you will lead the people you have redeemed. In your strength, you will guide them to your holy dwelling. The nations will hear and tremble. Anguish will grip the people of Philistia. The chiefs of Edom will be terrified. The leaders of Moab will be seized with trembling. The people of Canaan will melt away. Terror and dread will fall on them. By the power of your arm, they will be as still as a stone. Until your people pass by, Lord. Until the people you brought pass by. You will bring them in and plant them on the mountain of your inheritance, the place, Lord, you made for your dwelling. The sanctuary, Lord, your hands established. The Lord reigns forever and ever.
Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, 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 hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, guys.
Good morning, boys and girls. Great to have you with us this week. I hope you were here last week because we had such a fantastic story of God rescuing his people. They had the Egyptian army coming up against them. They were trapped by the sea. But God rescued his people as he divided the sea. His people walked through on dry land. And as the enemy came in behind them, the seas crashed down over them. God the King defeated the enemy and saved his people. Well, that was the story. This week, we've got the soundtrack, the song that goes with it. We love to sing when there's a victory. I used to go and watch football every week at Ipswich Town, and we used to sing, when we win promotion, this is what we'll sing. We are Ipswich, Burley is our king. We did win promotion. It was back in the year 2000, before you were born. We're rubbish now, but back then we were good. And when we won promotion, it was a sense that George Burley, the manager, was king. He had done it. And in this story, the rescue was all from God. And so we sing because he is the king. Let's do some actions together for that, children. We sing because the Lord is king. We sing because the Lord is king. We see how he's king right at the beginning. I will sing to the Lord, he's highly exalted. And then at the end of the psalm, verse 18, the Lord reigns forever and ever. He's the king. We're going to see how the song goes in two movements. First, the king destroys the enemy. And then secondly, the king brings his people home. Firstly then, we sing because the king has destroyed the enemy. Say that with me. We sing because the king has destroyed the enemy. We see verse 1, both horse and driver he has hurled into the sea. It's like this great army of Pharaoh and all his chariots and soldiers. They're just like a stone or an orange that God can pick up and throw into the sea. As easy as that. So verse 4, Pharaoh's chariots and his armies, God has hurled into the sea. A mighty army, yet up against God, they're like Lego figures. Throw them into the sea, because God is, verse 3, a warrior. He is a great man of war. Pharaoh thought he was a warrior. His chariots looked impressive. But up against God, the great warrior, they look like Lego figures that can be picked up and thrown, tossed, cast aside into the sea, just like that. God is the king who defeats his enemies. And notice how personal it is. Verse 2, he's my strength, my defence. He's become my salvation. He's my God, and I will praise him. My Father's God, and I will exalt him. If you have been rescued by this God, he is your God, and you can sing your praise to him. You sing to him as my God, my rescuer, my saviour. And this mighty warrior God, before whom the great army of Pharaoh is like a stone to be thrown in the sea. Well, look how he does it with the sea. It's a sniff, a blow of the nose. Verse 8. By the blast of your nostrils, the waters piled up. The surging waters stood up like a wall. The deep waters congealed in the heart of the sea. This great sea was split and stood up in two great towers because God blew his nose. Try it next time you're in the bath. I'm going to just part the waters of this bath. 1, 2, 3. I can't do it. You can't do it. Pharaoh couldn't do it, but the Lord can, because he is the king over the whole world, the mighty warrior. Look how Pharaoh and his army respond. Verse 9. The enemy boasted, I will pursue, I will overtake them, I will divide the spoils, I will gorge myself on them. I will draw my sword, and my hand will destroy them. Sounds impressive, doesn't it? Verse 10. But you blew with your breath. Sounds pathetic. But what does God's breath do? You blew with your breath, and the sea covered them. They sank like lead. A bit of metal. Put it in the sea, plop. No great army, no great strength, a bit of metal. They sank like lead in the mighty waters. Who is like you, God? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in glory, working wonders? God, there is no one like you. You alone are the King. We sing because the King has destroyed the enemy. Say that with me. We sing because the King has destroyed the enemy. The enemy has been swallowed, verse 12. You stretch out your hand and the earth swallows your enemies. And if you trust in Jesus, the same is true of your enemies. That one great enemy of all human beings is death. And the Bible says that in front of God, death has been swallowed up in victory. God the King has swallowed up death. When Jesus died on the cross, death thought, aha, I will pursue, I will take God's own Son. But when Jesus rose from the dead, death had been swallowed. It's gone. Yes, people still die, but no longer is death a separation from God if you trust in Jesus. Your enemy has been swallowed by God the King. We sing because the King has destroyed our enemy. Secondly, we sing because the King will bring us home. You say that with me? We sing because the King will bring us home. Now that God has destroyed Pharaoh, all the other nations hear about it. You see, God's people are now going to go and they're going to face nations like Philistia, Edom, Moab, Canaan. And we read of how all of them are terrified. Verse 14, the nations will hear and they tremble. Anguish grips the people of Philistia. The chiefs of Edom are terrified. The leaders of Moab are seized with trembling. Terror and dread falls upon them. What's that? Ah! Oh, that was terror. By the power of your arm, they will be still as a stone. How still are stones? Let's have a look. It's pretty still. Because of what God has done to Pharaoh and his army, the rest of his enemies are as still as a stone. They're frozen in fear. And so they can do nothing to God's people. God's people can walk by them completely unharmed. And so God will bring them home. Verse 13, in your unfailing love, you will lead the people you have redeemed. In your strength you will guide them to your holy dwelling. God hasn't just saved them from Egypt to go walk in a desert. He saved them to bring them to his home. Verse 17, you'll bring them and plant them on the mountain of your inheritance, the place, Lord, you made for your dwelling, the sanctuary, Lord, your hands established. God saved his people to bring them home. We sing because the King will bring us home. We sing because the King will bring us home. This is such good news. You see, we've mentioned that death has been swallowed up. Sin no longer has power over the one who trusts in Jesus. We might still do wrong things, but we're not slaves to it anymore if we've trusted Jesus. We've been set free. God's enemies still exist, but they're going to be still as a stone before you, because God will bring you home. So while people we love may still die, and that does happen, and it is really sad, yet death is no longer separation from God. It's been swallowed up. Sin is no longer the power that rules, because God has defeated it, and he will bring us to his home where death is no more, where sin is gone completely, where the Lord alone is King. Verse 18, the Lord reigns forever and ever. We sing because the Lord is King. He has destroyed our enemies and he will bring us home.
Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, 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 hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, guys, guys.
Jesus is the King, ruler over everything. Jesus is the one, promised one, the Son of God. Jesus is the Lord, he's the one you can't ignore. Jesus, Jesus, he is the King. is the King. He commanded the fishermen, hey, come follow me. And they did, and they did, and they did. Because Jesus is the King, ruler over everything. Jesus is the one, promised one, the Son of God. Jesus is the Lord, He's the one you gotta know. Jesus, Jesus, He is the King. He is the King. He commanded the evil ones, hey, come out of here. And they did, and they did, and they did. Because Jesus is the King, ruler over everything. Jesus is the one, promised one, the Son of God. Jesus is the Lord, He's the one you gotta know. Jesus, Jesus, He is the King. He is the King. He commanded the wind and waves, hey, be still, be still. And they did, and they did, and they did. Because Jesus is the King, ruler over everything. Jesus is the one, promised one, the Son of God. Jesus is the Lord, He's the one you gotta know. Jesus, Jesus, He is the King. He is the King. He promised that 3 days after death He'd rise again. And He did, and He did, and He did. Because Jesus is the King, ruler over everything. Jesus is the one, promised one, the Son of God. Jesus is the Lord, He's the one you can't ignore. Jesus, Jesus, He is the Jesus is the King, ruler over everything. Jesus is the one, promised one, the Son of God. Jesus is the Lord, He's the one you can't ignore. Jesus, Jesus, He is the King. He is the King. He is the King.
Hey boys and girls, wasn't that really helpful?
Yeah, Ed was really helpful.
He really was. And the pirates had been dealt with as well.
Yeah!
And that's really exciting. Did you notice how our story and the story in the Bible were very similar?
Yeah, it's really exciting, isn't it, to know that all the baddies will one day be dealt with. All of our fears, all the scary things that we don't like, one day they'll be all gone.
They really will. God will get rid of all our enemies, all the mean things, all the bad things in this world, and He's going to leave us with an amazingly glorious world. But that's only if we are a follower of Jesus and we love Him, because Jesus died on the cross to rescue us and take us to a place where there will be no more pain, death, crying, falling over, hurting ourselves, or anything like that, or even the virus. There won't be that anymore. And that's amazing that God will completely get rid of all that is evil and wicked.
Yeah, that is so good.
It really is. Well, that's it for us this week. We've got a craft for you. Please don't forget to take a picture of your craft and send it in to us. It is Big Bible Adventure at enfieldtown.church.
Yeah, and make sure if you've got a question for Doc Martin that you send that in as well. She's getting a bit lonely without her questions. What's the email address for that?
That's helpful. The email address to ask Doc Martin the question is messageinaBottle@enfieldtown.church. And we will see you guys next week.
Bye!
Bye!
Hello! This week's craft, we're going to make an instrument, because I thought it'd be nice if you could write a song to God. And whilst you're singing the song, you can play your musical instrument. So it can be a shaker or it can be a drum. So what we're going to need is an empty tin can. Now you might need an adult just to help you with this because it might be a bit sharp, so you'll need to have it all cleaned out, and then an adult can help you with the first little bit, but we'll come back to that in a minute. So you need an empty clean tin can. You'll need some dry uncooked rice or pasta or lentils or something that's going to make a noise. You'll need some tape. Now, it doesn't have to have flamingos on like this one. It can be whatever tape you've got. You'll need a balloon and a pair of scissors. And depending on how you want to decorate your tin, so I've decorated it just with some of this tape. But if you wanted to decorate it, you could paint it, or you could put stickers on it. So whatever you would like to use to decorate it afterwards. Okay, let's get going. So you need your empty, clean tin can. And like I said, you might need an adult to help you because it's a little bit sharp up here. So an adult might need to help with just putting a bit of tape around the top of it, just so that it's not so sharp. Now, the thicker the tape, the better. So it would be better if it's some sort of duct tape or insulation tape, just because it's a bit thicker and it's got a bit more padding to it. And that will just help the tin to not be quite so sharp. So I'm just going to cut this tape. We don't need it to be quite so wide. So I'm just going to cut the tape along the length. And then we're going to stick the tape just along the top, around the tin, and fold it down either side as we go. Now, it might be better if an adult does this bit for you, just so it's not so sharp, but your adult can make that decision for you. So you want to just stick some tape along the top of it, just so it's not quite so sharp. So like I said, it might be that an adult cleans it out for you and sticks the tape on for you, ready for you to then do the rest. So, put your tin there. So we've got our tin can with the tape stuck around the top to hopefully make it not so sharp. Now the next thing we need to do is put some rice or pasta or something that's dry that's going to make some noise. We're going to put some of that into our can. Now it doesn't have to fill it up, it doesn't have to be too much, just be about that. So we've got, what's that, probably about a quarter full. So you're going to put some rice or something in there, and then we need to get our balloon. So can you see where the balloon is thin and then it goes out and it goes wide? We're going to cut the balloon just at that point there where it starts to get wide. That's it. And then we're going to carefully open up the balloon and we're going to stretch it over the tin can. Going to stretch it over like that. So we have our balloon over the top. Now I'm going to use some more tape just to stick the balloon in place so it doesn't move out the way. So I'm going to stick that around the balloon and the tin can. Just so it stays in place. So that's the basic of your instrument. So if you shake it, make a noise, you can tap it like a drum, and then you can decorate it how you want to decorate it. Now for this one, I just stuck some tape around it because I thought that looked quite pretty. But if you want to, you can paint it. Now if you're going to paint it, I think it's probably better to paint it before you put the balloon and the tape on. But you can paint it after, that's fine. Or you can stick some stickers on, or design it however you like. And you can have fun making a song and playing your musical instrument and singing to God. Lovely to see you. Bye!
Hello, boys and girls. It's me, Sam, the Friendly Pirate. I'm so glad to be off that pirate ship and with Glenn and Steve. I thought it might be fun to celebrate with another challenge. And as this week we're thinking a lot about singing, we're going to do a music game. Now, as always, I have David and Jesse with me, of course, you know them well. And we're going to get straight into a challenge. Let's see how well they do. So for this week's challenge, each of you have a bowl in front of you with 3 songs in. What you have to do is take one song at a time, read it, and then sing it so the other person can guess what song it is. The trick is, you have to sing the song with a mouthful of water in your mouth. Do you understand? Are you ready?
Yes.
You have 20 seconds to guess what song it is when the person starts singing. David, you're up first. Off you go.
Gonna read it out.
I'm not going to read it out.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star. No.
I think that's time up, guys, unfortunately. What song was it, David?
Black Sheep.
Unlucky Jesse.
Oh dear.
Next song, David.
Oh, you're doing the next one.
Oh,
Go,
my
go,
God.
go, go. No. I failed. Oh my god, it's so big, it's so strong and so mighty.
Well done, Jesse. You got 1 point. Last song, David.
Now that's my Black Sheep. It's so supposed to be Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
That's 20 seconds. What song was it, David?
Row your boat.
Row, row, row your boat.
We need to get you to dance more.
So, Jessie finished up on 1 point because she guessed 1 song.
Oh dear.
Now it's time for Jessie to sing
Right.
and for David to guess. Off you go, Jessie.
Oh dear, I've got to have to open the thing first. Okay.
That's 20 seconds there.
No idea whatsoever.
What song was it, Jessie?
No idea.
Oh god, it's a great big god.
Not
Sounded
Twinkle Little Star.
perfectly right to me.
Oh, unlucky David. Next song, Jessie.
Oh dear, I'll try not to dribble everywhere this time. Okay, here we go.
Twinkle, Twinkle Little Star.
1 point, David. Good job. If you get this song, David, you win.
Okay, it's very hard not to do the actions. I don't think he knows it.
Baby Shark.
Well done. David's won it. He's got 2 points.
Oh, sorry, Jess.
Well, wasn't that amazing, boys and girls? David actually won a challenge this week. That's the first time I've ever seen anything like that happen before. Oh, wait, David and Jesse. Getting phone call. Hello. Yes, this is Sam, a Friendly Pirate. Oh, hello, Glenn. You're saying you've looked back over the footage from the challenge, and you're saying that I did the scoring wrong. Wait, oh yes, I can confirm that it is correct. In fact, because I did it wrong, Jesse, you've won this week Oh, look at that. It's all okay, boys and girls. David still hasn't won a challenge yet. Now, both of you, go back to your cabins and think about what you can do better next time, because I'm sure it'll be harder. That's all this week, boys and girls. Bye.
Looking out, it's a great big world. Where do I go? How do I fit in? Gotta keep this one thing on my mind. Maker of all the universes on my side. And if God is for me, who can be against me? God is for me, who can be against me? He is my strength, he is my friend forever. God is for me, who can be against me? Yeah, man. God is for me. Looking out, it's a great big world. Where do I go? How do I fit in? Gotta keep this one thing on my mind. Maker of all the universes on my side. And if God is for me, who can be against me? God is for me, who can be against me? He is my strength, he is my friend forever. God is for me, who can be against me? When I just don't understand, God is for me. When life doesn't go the way I planned, God is for me. When I just don't understand, God is for me. When life doesn't go the way I planned, God is for me. If God is for me, who can be against me? God is for me, who can be against me? He is my strength, he is my friend forever. God is for me, who can be against me? God is for me, who can be against me?
Big Bubble Reliable
Adventure, Big Bubble Hey. Big Bubble
Reliable
Adventure, Big Bubble Hey.
Where's Jesus? There he is.
Big Bubble
Reliable
Adventure, Big Bubble Hey. Big Bubble
Reliable
Adventure, Big Bubble
Here we go,